All right, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen,
we've been
apologize.
live for 10 minutes.
It is 6:30. It's Saturday night. Welcome to that fantasy show. Yeah, kind of been rushing. My fault. So, who I have
No, hey,
left? I'm sorry, to my
America.
right, I have Bruce Wayne himself, the loudmouth, Mr. JT, Mr. 40 time,
Hey,
and
this is
boy, we
American
have the man,
Russian.
the Black Belichick himself, the winner from the new fantasy, and with the new banner. If you don't mind showing it off to us, my cousin, Mr. Joey. Congratulations.
Yeah.
This is the one who cheated me out of 3 goddamn championships.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if I like you guys.
I mean, I just show up, and
I'm in that boat. I'm there. I don't got them, but I got 2 belts. Like they're not mine, but like I did win 2 belts. I did a good job. I just think like I lost to you a lot.
Yeah, he likes to be he's basically the neighborhood
Oh
Russ.
no.
hold on.
So let's get that's congratulations. Yeah, that is nice.
And that's
he
my
had the
belt.
championship belt with the actual trophy as well.
And then that's another one.
That's the original.
Right.
The wall.
And I say, nah, you're on the wall. So, I pick something different every time.
So let's get in with the news and notes for that's been going on.
I do. I want to say, hold on, wait a second. Like, I want to dedicate this program to Fat Theo Huxtable over there. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner last week, so
we lost Ozzy, we lost
Ozzy, Hogstreet,
all in the same.
We lost a fucking musician too. I can't remember his goddamn name at this fucking point.
I know you talking about. I know it's
somebody that wasn't Ozzy.
Huh?
Yeah,
somebody that wasn't Ozzy.
Right.
Yeah. Worst part, I think they were actually holding the fucking Ozzy.
He was a trumpet player. He was one of the jazz trumpet players.
Right.
But yeah, then we give a shout out to those. Give out prayers to the families from those people. They pretty much did make some type of a mark in our lives in the 80s. Somewhat, Hulk Hogan, Theo, Ozzy. They pretty much were 80s characters. Come on now. We've all I look, we might not have listened to Ozzy's music, but we heard about the bat. That was one thing we all heard about him eating the bat. And then, from the family. Things like that.
I watched the show when it was on MTV or VH1. Yeah. I watched it with his mumbling ass. I definitely watched it.
But yeah, Ozzy was a character.
Very noise. Like I kind of stopped paying attention to the Hulkster. Like once I found out that there was a needle in his ass, it was like, yeah, I stopped saying my prayers, taking my vitamins, brushing my teeth, doing my homework and things of that nature. Like, I stopped at that point. Like we can see by the jack-o'-lantern smile, I kept my promise. Like, nope, I'm not fucking with you anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what's crazy though, and I don't mean this in bad meaning. How the hell did Ric Flair? How the hell is Ric Flair out of everybody still alive?
Profiling.
It's like fucking King of Space Mountain, baby. Like you ain't taking him down.
You see about Ric Flair? Ric Flair's been in hospitals. Look like he is on his deathbed and everything.
2 heart attacks.
But crashed the plane and won the world title. Goddamn, like, no. You ain't killing him, dude.
Like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Wait. Hulk Hogan is dead. Ric Flair's still alive. And what makes it worse, he's still partying like a rock star.
You damn right. Why do you think he's still alive?
He's still moving, still styling and still profiling.
Pure adrenaline.
Like that motherfucker got the Pulp Fiction needle all the time.
But besides that, let's get on with today's show.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, right now, training camp has started. You got Terry McLaurin and you got James Cook still sitting out. Fantasy wise, how long do you think how long would they hold out? If they hold out long enough, how long do you feel as though this is long enough to where this affects their fantasy draft picks? If they hold out a little bit longer, are you looking at them like between I'm not gonna say their first and second rounders, maybe third and fourth? But if they're still holding out, would you drop them further down because you have other players that might be healthy and available?
No, no.
What players are
At
you
least
talking
not
about?
McLaurin.
Yeah, if they're top notch players, it doesn't matter how long they hold out. I don't give a damn if they come back the day before the season starts. As long as they're day one and they're doing their job, that's what they're getting paid to do. That's why they fucking held out.
Well, the reason I said it because you have certain players to where they do hold out, and then they wait until training camp, and then when they do get in, by the first few games, they're what's the best way of it? They're lazy. They're not doing their potential, and then it finally kicks in. Maybe like after week 8 or week 9, they might start coming up.
Because they're not season ready at that point. Like you have to football is one of them things, kind of like professional wrestling. Like you legitimately have to do it every day, or you're not ready to do it.
Yep.
Like, it's a physical thing. Like you have to get up and physically want to move that individual across from you every day. Like if you get up and you miss a day, you come back like, I might want to move him.
So let's put it this way: if they're still holding out doing, our drafts are usually like with basically preseason is over. We do our drafts. It's basically preseason is over. You were able to scout, and you basically have when we draft a week later is week 1. That's how I try to put it. So
like we legitimately draft a Sunday before the first Thursday game.
Are you still drafting these players?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm drafting McLaurin.
Also in the news, he just injured his toe in practice. They said he's still working day to day, so he might still be practicing, but it's still like
running the other day, but not
a weapon.
Right, well, they said he was out running. You're talking about Justin Fields, right? Like he just uncovered his toe. They said he was out running like the day after, but he wasn't like running through drills or anything. He was just kind of jogging around. So he should be all right like day 1, but it is going to fucking hamper him if he's not actually out there on the field fucking doing things. Because you got a whole new system.
Now, here's the question.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you ask your question, and I'm gonna ask my question right after that.
Okay. Now, here's my question. Depending on the injury and things like that, we all know Kirk Cousins is still on there on the market with Atlanta. Would this be a team that will look at Kirk Cousins to bring him up there?
No.
I disagree. I think you might actually be onto something. I can see that happening. It's the NFL. Like you know, them motherfuckers will do that shit. And the Jets will tell Kirk Cousins he's going to take the vet minimum to come up there. Like regardless of what his contract is, he's going to take the vet minimum to get up there.
So I feel like with this culture buy-in that I keep hearing when these analysts and the same guys who do similar things as we do as far as going over the drafts and going over preseason and really honing in on focusing on fantasy football. I just don't see what Glenn's trying to do as far as building that culture there, getting rid of all of that, and then you create the distraction because you pretty much said you were going to give Fields an open shot. If you look at the quarterback room, there's no one else really there. So I just don't see them doing that. Now, do I care whether or not Justin Fields suits up? No, because I'm probably not going to draft him. So that tree bears no fruit as far as with me. But I think that because of what he's trying to build and he played in the league, he knows like how that messes with his psyche because you were a starter 2 years ago. You went to Pittsburgh. You started some games. And then you got benched.
Had him as a winning record.
Got benched because the other guy was ready.
Limited.
Not because you weren't good, but because they wanted to play the other guy. So
yeah, but that was Tomlin though. But
so
the fact that actually both of those quarterbacks are gone from Pittsburgh and both have starting jobs this year is amazing.
Yep. That's
Because you got Fields with
both of them went to New York.
You got Russell Wilson with the Giants, who is actually starting for the Giants as of right now.
Yeah, that
is amazing. Amazing.
Now, here's my question, and I'm not trying to be funny. Russell Wilson signing with the Giants, was that his move or Sierra's move?
Oh, it was probably Sierra, but like I would draft look. Fields ain't gonna be your QB.
I was like, look, the reason I watch that because I just watched this team. I just watched BMF. Every time I watch BMF, I always think about
every time. But I'm
thinking about this. I'm like, wait a minute. This is like a BMF move with T and Keisha.
Oh Lord. That man with no scruples.
Was Fields in with the Jets, like with him reuniting with Jarrett Wilson, like that might not be your like QB1, but like if you can get the two of them together on the same team, like you're going to get some decent points most of the weeks, just because you're going to have somebody that Fields is already comfortable throwing to.
What I'm not going to bring this up later. That is part of that. I would say they're not probably the best triple threat, but they are a triple threat that you will look at between Fields, Wilson, and Breeze.
Oh yes,
Breeze Hall.
Yeah,
right.
So I would look at. I would say that stat wise, paper wise, they're only a team to look at, but they all players look at it as a triple threat. But
they're not going to win any games. They're going to put up numbers.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, how we said in fantasy football, it's not if your team win or lose, how many players your fantasy player gets you.
So, yeah, I definitely see them putting up points.
Now, here's another thing. And Joe, this is from home. So, again, Trump is threatening stadium deals over the Commander's name. Now, I'm gonna say something that he said. This is how I feel, and I'm gonna say something in the words he said. Instead of saying "shut up and dribble," how about "shut up and run the country"?
You are not fucking wrong about that part, dude. Like, fuck that guy, dude. Keep your nose out of fucking sports.
Here's how I feel about this. When years ago, when they asked Obama a question regarding the Commanders, he gave one word and left it at that. Now he has something to say about the Commanders when he wanted to tear them change back to the Redskins.
He said the same thing about fucking Guardians going back to the Indians.
Now, here's my thing on it. First off, weren't you running the country when this happened?
No.
Weren't you the president at the time when the Commanders were going? Well, at the time they were the Redskins. We losing endorsements, and we basically took our team name off. Why wasn't you running your mouth then? You was the president then, so what changed between you having your term now and now what's going on here? Because you got a second term, now you want to put your 2 cents in.
Well, no, because that first time, like, he was just trying to make America great again. He wasn't working on the NFL yet. He's on his second stint. Now he's going to fucking run with everything else.
Nah,
you got on this.
It's
I really don't.
So locally, as far as the deal, the infrastructure for the deal is in place. What's going to really hold it up right now is the DC Council, and the DC Council has to vote. So
wait a second, are they really actually like really going to go through with this and go back to the
no,
not the Redskins, but the site itself, just the stadium site. Just the stadium site. Yeah, like there's no way in hell. Now he had a window. He had a window because when you take over ownership, you get the window to where you want to change the name. So he had the opportunity, but I feel like that moratorium date, I don't remember how many months he had or years or whatever the case may have been. But I feel like it was a rather short window of time to where he could kind of change the name to whatever the hell he wanted to change.
Now, I did read
because they asked him about it.
I did read this as well because out of the stuff he was saying, something was told that Joe Biden had already passed the bill to where all laws have to be passed to the DC Council. Even though we are not a state, the president cannot make a change like that.
Yeah.
That has to
it's
be
like a Providence.
council.
It's like Pretoria, dude. Like DC is its own country,
Right.
all by itself. Like all by itself. That little spot is its own country. It's governed by itself.
Supposed to be at least.
Yeah, but because when I read it, it's like, well, he can say that all he wants, but the bottom line is, before he took office, but Biden put a bill passed to where DC is not decided.
Look at it this way: like DC is essentially the same thing as Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a U.S. province, right? Which I believe is what DC is technically. I have no earthly idea. I'm probably wrong, but it's no fucking different than the fucking thing. DC, they're allowed to do the same thing. DC going to DC, they're fine.
Well, put it this way. My biggest issue with DC right now is, and Joey, you know this. So if they're doing from the old RFK Stadium, what's going to happen with the DC Armory?
Right, sir. I have no clue. Like no
I'm
clue.
curious because they still doing it at the old RFK Stadium, right?
So they have to. So they got so many hundreds of millions built up in infrastructure because, I mean, I don't know when the last time you rode through there, but the roads haven't gotten any better since you probably rode through there last. So there's that. Then you have to deal with the ever-growing DC real estate. They're further extending Capitol Hill, so it's at the footsteps of Capitol Hill now. So, but you're less than 2 miles away from Southeast DC, where a lot of the hood is. Your stadium itself is sitting in the middle of the hood. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do to revitalize? And basically, they're talking about like building houses and making this like a whole to do. And like, I get that.
But like, is that one of the things where they're going to like move, like, hey, we're going to knock all this down. Everybody that fucking lives here, like, we're going to put you up in a hotel. Like, we're going to rebuild your house. It's going to be fucking nice. There's time and fucking methods to fucking be able to do that shit. They got to move entire fucking houses out so that they can just knock everything fucking down and essentially start the whole fucking neighborhood over. At this point, that's what they do when they build a stadium. They don't just build a stadium. They build the grocery stores and everything else that goes out around it, and a couple of fucking neighborhoods to go with it. Right? Like, if you're talking about putting it in the fucking hood, I mean, but I've been fucking down there. Like, it ain't nothing but the Magnolia Project, so you're just gonna make it fucking pretty.
Look. I ain't gonna lie. We took him down last manor. That was it. After that, he took the glass manor. He wanted to go home.
I don't know that shit. I'm down with stuff.
He was like, "Wait a minute, what do we hit the?"
You were still in Maryland.
What? Right now? Like, you see across the
Like,
street.
I tell you what, like we got over there. I started seeing boarded up fucking windows and fucking just like, you know, bead shades and front fucking doors. I'm like, oh, we in the bad.
We took him to Eastover.
I took him over to Grammy's house. That's fine. Whatever.
We didn't even hit DC yet. We went to Eastover.
That's all you need to see right there.
Yeah, look. Right. Whatever. I'm going to Grammy. I was like, yeah, I get it.
But anyway, so right now, hopefully everything comes in sufficient. Look, I think we're doing the same thing. Cleveland's doing the same thing, going through the same thing with Washington, because both are getting stadiums built.
Cleveland's redoing another stadium?
Yeah, they're giving them a fucking dome.
It's supposed to be. I guess it's supposed to be like putting a Rock Hall of Fame around it.
No. All right. So the original from what I know of it, the original Brown Stadium is just going to stay there. They're going to use it for like events, things of that fucking nature. But the Browns are essentially not moving out of Cleveland, but I think they're moving a little like that direction from the fucking stadium and just rebuilding over there. But they're building them a fucking dome so they can have Final Fours and WrestleMania.
So basically, it's like going from DC to Landover.
Yeah.
Well,
like me.
Now, injury wise, there's been a few. So we're going to let that be.
Because we are in Columbus, it's no different than the Crew. They went from fucking Monfrey Stadium, the original Crew Stadium over there, and they built lower.com over by 315. That's essentially what they're doing with the Browns.
Okay.
But because the Haslam's already did that once, but it's a different fucking property structure up here, goddammit. That's what it is. It's a difference in Chicago trying to fucking get the fuck out. But their shit is perfectly fine. There's going to, what is it? I think they said there's going to only be 2 outdoor stadiums, like cold weather stadiums that are outdoors. One's like the Browns and whatnot fucking is going to be Lambeau and the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are building a new goddamn stadium and not even making it a dome. They're making it a fucking open air and still keeping it cold as
big as a bitch. Stadium big as a bitch.
Oh my god!
Hey, look, when your starting quarterback is also married to the girl that's in Sinners, yeah, you can make that. You can get that money now.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying that's
money. You making money in all types of entertainment ways.
So, and then the crazy part is, like you said, it's open. The stadium is open, but it's like structurally, it's facing towards like. They always talked about how the wind swirled. It's almost like the way they're structurally building it, they're inviting the air in. Like,
yes, good. I love the Bills. Like, that might be my new favorite team. Like, I'm going to kill everything except for Ohio State. I'll root for them boys forever. But everything else, like, I might legitimately actually start rooting for the Bills. Those are my fucking boys right there. You goddamn right. Fuck them dudes.
Well, anyway, now let's get to it right now. Right. Let's get the injuries. So one injury I want to talk about is Joe Mixon. He's actually he's on a non-football injury, but he injured himself off the actual what's it I want to say? I guess he did like all season workouts. He got injured from there. He did do OTAs. He's back. They talking about he won't be ready till week 1.
That's all right.
Nick Chubb now that Nick Chubb is there. So draft wise.
Wait a second. Where? Where?
What you talking about?
Where the hell are Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb together?
In Houston.
Yes.
Get the
Nick Chubb went there like right after the draft?
Yeah. No, right even before the draft. As soon as they opened free agency, he signed.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Houston might be on that come up this year, dude.
Well, between the two of them, they got 2 ligaments.
Yeah. With Mixon out, does that now does that move Nick Chubb 1? Are you drafting Chubb before Mixon? And is he starting before Mixon?
But if they're gonna be ready week 1, they are together. So
he's definitely a handcuff.
Yes.
But here's the thing: would you hold getting? I guess that's my question. You have a chance to get him, but if you know the status, say, okay, he's not available week 1. Is he somebody that you get in the early rounds, or if you want to try to hold off later rounds to grab him?
For Mixon?
Yeah.
I think Mixon's a later round draft pick anyway.
Mixon is usually your 4th or 5th. I ain't gonna say 4th or 5th. He's usually around that 4th or 5th round, so he's usually like your 2nd or 3rd running back off the board. At least the last few years, he's like your 2nd or 3rd back off.
I'm not gonna say 4th or 5th, but he a 4th or 5th fucking round pick.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna say he's a 4th or 5th round pick, but pick him in the 4th or 5th round.
Okay. Now, also injury-wise, Treylon Burks, wide receiver for the Titans, fractured the collarbone.
That's not out for the year no more.
He's probably not one of the ones that you would look at. Okay, hey, I'm getting him. That messed up my first round draft pick. We already know Calvin's probably gonna be the big man. Out in Tennessee, but I guess what I'm wondering with that. Do you think that will affect it? Do you think that will affect anything towards, like, I guess, sleepers, or because I don't think that would affect draft wise, but I do feel it might affect Calvin Ridley play wise because
that just puts Tyler Lockett in play.
Yeah, good call. Now also DJ Shark just signed with the Falcons. Now, I'll probably say this is probably a good thing more for Michael Penix because he actually has more of a core. Now you got Drake London. You also have Mooney. Now you picked up DJ Shark. You still got Kyle Pitts, and you got Bijan Robinson.
So you were good all the way up until you said Kyle Pitts, and then you recovered. You recovered by mentioning, a top 5 running back. But that Kyle Pitts thing, like, I wish they would just cut the cord and just, like.
But here's my question. Here's my thing with Pitts. Here's my question with Pitts. And this is another question that I have. Okay. This is the best way. The only reason I can put this question because it's like when he gets the chance, he can ball. The problem is, how do they set up? Because there's never really a play for him. Because when you put plays for him, he's not like he's not catching the ball. He's catching the ball. When he gets hot, he'll give you decent yards. But most of the time that he's playing, he's not getting the ball thrown to.
Well, again, like look.
Tell me I'm wrong. Because that-wise,
no.
I watched a few Falcon games where it's like you throwing it to Drake London. You're throwing it to, Mooney's getting hot. You throw it to everybody else but Kyle Pitts. I don't know if he's saying something about somebody's mom or...
No, he's just constantly fucking covered. Like, he doesn't run bad routes, but he does run right into other defenders. Like, he wants to be able to make that, like, highlight fucking catch. Right?
He doesn't find the spot. So right. he doesn't find his windows.
Right. He's not finding the spots in the zone when he's supposed to run to those. He's just running the route he's supposed to run. Yeah.
Like, sit down. Like, he wants to keep going through the formation and get picked back up again in the next zone. Like, he doesn't do what Gronk does. He doesn't do what did. He doesn't do what Kelsey does. He doesn't do what Kittle does. Like, these tight ends. Brock Bowers was a rookie, and he was doing it. So it's like, it's not that it can't be done. It's just some folks football-wise, and it's just not even football, just athletics in general. If you're used to just being bigger, stronger, faster than everybody, it's like it's hard to kind of break that from your psyche when you get to that. You're on the elite level. To quote Macho Man,
they're all bigger, faster.
To quote Macho Man, right. The cream of the crop. Like the cream of the crop.
Cream rises to the top.
I'm about to say, hold on. We before you do that, you got to throw. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The cream of the crop. So everybody can run like this up here, Kyle Pitts. So figure it out. But he hasn't figured it out, and he's on year 5. And I just wish they would let it go. Like, I'm going to probably draft Waller before I draft him.
I'm going for Jonnu. I ain't going to lie. I think Jonnu going to have a better season than all. Now, I do it. Now, here's my other question with that.
I'm drafting Antonio Gates. I don't know.
To be honest, draft fantasy-wise, I'll probably say tight end is probably the most difficult selection because it's far and few. Because who do you have? It's like if you're in a 10-man league, if you get you probably have what? I'll probably say 5 really good tight ends.
I mean, no, like I really feel like that scale in which you judge on is all based on your roster. Now, if you're solely dependent on your tight end giving you 15 or 20 points a game, you're probably on the lower end of your league. So you're not really looking for.
But if you get that fucking tight end matched up with your quarterback, come on, tight ends are power forwards. Like you get down to the 20, just go down to the goal line and post up.
Yeah, true. But here's the thing, though, Jay.
I think every team can at least get one good tight end.
That's fine. But if you get a tight end and a quarterback, like you're getting 12 points out of one play.
But then at that point, you're banking on the Kelceys or the Bowers or your Kittles. Right. So those are few and far between.
Right. But if you it's one of them things. Like you try. I know personally, like I try to match up at least a quarterback and a wide receiver, quarterback, tight end, wide quarterback and a flex. That fucking matter. I don't give a damn.
But let's be real. Look at Buffalo. You know they have two tight ends, but their tight ends are hit or miss. I ain't gonna say hit or miss. It's kind of like either one had a game, one would make
who's hot that game. Right.
It's kind of like shooting. It's like shooting craps. Green Bay has a decent tight end. You really don't get anything from that. Miami had a great tight end with Jonnu Smith. You didn't really get anything from Jonnu Smith until Tyreek Waddle really got injured.
Right.
It wasn't big injuries, but like suppose you kept him out. But if that was the case, you really wouldn't have seen Jonnu Smith balling.
Jonnu went crazy.
He ain't doing it in Miami no more though.
Right. He's with the Steelers. And here's the scary thing. You have DK Metcalf, you have him. You still have Austin Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
Right.
You still have him. And on top of that, you still have the rookie running back from Iowa. I want to say Keon Johnson, something like that.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you still. I'm not saying he's going to be the miracle worker, but you do have somebody like Aaron Rodgers as your field general. I'm not saying again, Jay. I'm not saying he's going to be almighty, but I do feel as though he's going to have some games.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers throw an interception to Patrick Queen?
I saw John Wick. I saw Aaron Wick. Yes. I saw Aaron Wick, basically come to Keanu Reeves. So,
we saw fucking 10-4.
All I'm saying is, again, I'm not looking for Steelers to win games. I'm looking for numbers. Now, I'm not saying he's going to have those 300 games. I just want to make sure that he's throwing it to DK Metcalf and he's throwing it to Jonnu Smith. Hey, I don't care about the interceptions.
So draft Aaron Rodgers, and when I play you those 2 weeks, you start him that week.
So again. I know I didn't say I smoked crap. I said I would still pick up DK Metcalf and Jonnu Smith. I don't care about the interceptions Aaron Rodgers is throwing, as long as these two are catching the ball when they throw it to them.
That's fine. Like I wouldn't even draft Aaron Rodgers. You can draft Will Howard. They're probably going to end up starting him after about 7 plays after the first game.
Well, to be honest, like I said with Aaron Rodgers, and this is the one thing I truly believe. I don't think he can handle the AFC North. It's too. It's too brutal. You have teams out because every team on there has a nasty defense, other than Cincinnati. But I know you like talking trash about the Browns, but you can't say that defense ain't nasty.
They have their moments.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like I said, you can't say the defense ain't nasty. Baltimore, their defense is nasty. Pittsburgh, again, it's the Browns and the Steelers. When have they ever played a hey, let's be friends kind of game? I mean, look, we seen
No, look.
I mean, we've seen the Browns man take his helmet off and swing it at a quarterback.
Yeah, but that was inward fucking motivated. And I do believe it fucking was. Like, go ahead, swing at that motherfucker.
It don't matter. The bad thing, he's back on the team.
What he did was justified, so he was all right. But
no, I'm talking about. I'm saying Myles Garrett. I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mason Rudolph is back with the Steelers.
Well, I mean, white people do own the team.
So I'm just saying, it's like, okay, so I just look at it with that division, and as old as Aaron Rodgers is, it's one of those things like, dude, either you're going to get, when it comes to those inter matchups, he's not being Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be a nasty season.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't been Aaron Rodgers in 5 years.
Thank you. No, fucking Aaron Rodgers found ayahuasca and fucking peyote and fucking rather get high than fucking actually get on the field and do anything. Like, he wants to fucking be a goddamn senator and fucking fucking space commander, the whole goddamn 9 yards. Is that motherfucker known to go with fucking helmets?
Scientology is the way. Scientology is the way. So that's it for my news and notes. And so let's get to our little fancy discussions, strategies. So I did check some stats from fantasyplayers.com, and what they did was give me like the top duos and trios in fantasy. And here's how it goes. You got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Good call.
Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin.
All right.
Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans.
All right.
And Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Gibbons, and Williams. Javonte Williams.
Hold on. I ain't even down with
let's put it this way. Who stays on this list? Who's off this list? Who are you replacing it with?
Well, I can tell you right now, golf is gone. Like.
So you're saying Detroit? So you're taking Detroit off. Who are you replacing Detroit with?
I'm not replacing with anybody. Fuck them. I ain't that goddamn spot. I am not here for that fucking part. No, Detroit's fucking gone.
Detroit Pete, they're done.
Like, golf is hit or fucking miss every time. It doesn't matter. It's not even game to game. It is snap to snap. Like, it is that Phillips fucking thing where he's just so inconsistent. It's not game to game. It's fucking snap to snap. He might do good. He might do bad. That's what Jared Goff is. It is snap to snap. Now, he does do better than worse most of the time, but when he goes bad, it's bad.
So again, okay, so you said Detroit is off that duo.
Why wasn't Matt Stafford mentioned?
Because Matt Stafford is consistent. But again,
I'm not gonna lie. That would be so. Okay, so you're saying the Rams. So
the Rams.
Put the Rams in. Who would you take out?
Detroit. I mean,
Dallas.
it's essentially the same thing. Dallas don't count. Like, they shouldn't even been on the list to begin with. Like, get the hell out of here. We put Dak Prescott on. Like, yes, CeeDee Lamb is good. He will make Dak Prescott look good. But Dak Prescott is not going to make CeeDee Lamb look good.
Now, those are the ones that people said, okay, those are guaranteed. Now, here's the potential breakouts that they have. They're saying you got Justin Herbert, Ladd McConaughey, and Amari Hampton for the Chargers.
I don't know. They got
Brian Thomas for the Jags. Michael Penix, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. We said that already with the Falcons. JJ McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Aaron Rodgers for the Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones for the
Aaron Rodgers out here running fucking wide receiver routes for the fucking.
These are, like I said, these are breakouts. These are potential breakouts. These are people that say that this might be the sleeper teams.
But wait a second, Doesn't
gonna let
Justin
you finish.
Jefferson have a hamstring? Doesn't Justin Jefferson have a hamstring right now?
Yeah.
Like I ain't saying it. Like I hate fucking like hamstring injuries are like the worst thing in the NFL because like these dudes will rehab for like 4 or 5 weeks, come back and they're like, oh, they're gravy, and then they're down for another 4 or 5 weeks.
Well,
One
he's
game
been having
in.
this. He's having this for the past few years. If you watch
Right.
receivers, he caught something like that. I want to say, was it last year or the year before?
2 years ago.
2 years. Okay, year before.
But
Because he
yeah,
missed like 6 games.
it's always like a hamstring that just hampers these motherfuckers for like whole
Because
season.
I think I drafted that some bitch that year, and I was mad as hell. Sitting there looking at you on the bench.
Right. Just sitting there. Why you not doing nothing?
And
God, I need you to do something.
I'm not going to cut you.
Right. I don't
Like,
want to play against you.
I can't trade you. You damn sure ain't getting cut.
Look, no bullshit. Like I've drafted Brady like 3 or 4 years in a row and just left him on my goddamn bench. And again, it was toward the end. It was a Super Bowl run and whatnot. I drafted his ass and left him on my bench the whole season just so I didn't have to play against him during the season.
So
now
okay,
I do that.
Here's
Right.
my question.
I do not want to play against this motherfucker.
Potentially might be one of the best duo or trios that's not on this list as a breakout.
What is the list again?
The list
Statistically,
these are breakouts.
I like Geno, Bowers,
yes,
and is Jacobs still there? They paid Jacobs, right? No, Jacobs in Green Bay. So who the fuck's running the ball there?
That rookie, Ashanti Ashton.
Oh,
Genty. The Boise State kid.
Genty, yeah.
Yeah.
Please. Pete Carroll found Marshawn Lynch. Pete Carroll done got Marshawn Lynch. Just hopefully give him the ball
He's
at
not
the 2.
wrong. Actually hand the ball off. Don't throw that bitch. God, man. Like, you know how much that pisses me off? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, just to see Matthew and Timmy fucking like, oh, we won another fucking. Shut the fuck up. Like,
So here's my question on this.
Okay,
let's get into the let's talk about Genty. So fantasy wise, who you think which rookie's going to actually break out first, Hampton or Genty? Based on the type of offense.
Genty,
yes.
Because let's be real, they're both playing in the same division. To where I'm not going to lie. Denver's the only defense.
What Canadian Football League team drafted fucking Scatterberry? Because I'm fucking down with that dude. Like, I don't get
Giants.
In no league. He's the Giants. I'm drafting that dude. Like, look, that dude single-handedly tried to win that game against fucking Texas, and they should have fucking won. Fuck them dudes.
Almost won.
Right, Ohio State should have been playing Arizona State, but no. Fucking Scatterboo, I'm rooting for that fucking guy. That dude's got more heart than anything else. Like, that's the worst part. Like, once he gets to the league, like, that's going to get broke. Like, he's going to end up turning into just another fucking running back that they turn into a fucking lineman. Because they're not going to let him fucking run the ball.
Now, speaking of running backs, and we just talk about injury wise. Fantasy Fortune also just produced the actual bust-proof running backs. Now I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Number 5, they got DeAndre Swift. Number 4, they have Devon Achane. Number 3, James Conner. Sorry, number 2, James Conner. Number 1, Alvin Kamara.
What are these again?
These are bust-proof running backs.
Bust-proof?
Bust-proof.
That first one is a bust.
I'm glad you fucking said the same thing, dude. Bust-proof, get the fuck out of here.
So who would you feel as though is okay? So you said DeAndre Swift is bust-proof. So
yes,
who would you look on this list? Who's
not
on this list that you think is bust-proof?
Alvin Kamara need to come off that list.
Right. What's the rest of the list? Do it again.
Okay. DeAndre Swift is number 4.
Okay, bust.
Etienne is number 3. James Conner is number 2. Alvin Kamara is number 1.
Busty. Busted, get off. No, you got one on that list that shouldn't fucking be there.
Who?
Who? Wait a second. Go through the list again.
If you made me say this list one more time.
Yeah, do one more again. I'm pothead. I got a bad memory. Do it again.
Okay. Number 4 is DeAndre Swift.
Get off.
Number 3, ATN from the Dolphins.
ATN, that's the only one you can keep fucking on there. After that, you can get everybody else fucking off.
Why?
But because look, ATN is gonna have to run the fucking ball. He's gonna be back there with Stewart. Both of them can run the fucking ball, so you're going to keep the line and the linebackers kind of hesitant for half a second, which is going to make them able to run the fucking ball.
So
But
you don't
the
feel
rest
as
of
though the
them, no.
injury. So hold on, you don't feel the injury that he had, and when he came back, do you feel as though he's going to get better? Because when I seen him after that injury, and he played back, he played kind of timid.
No, again, when you get an injury and you come back, you do favor that shit. Yes, he's going to play fucking timid because he's not going to want to fucking get hurt again. But he has gotten over that fucking shit. We've had a whole fucking off season. We're starting a fucking new season. I don't got to deal with that shit no more. He going to blow through motherfuckers.
All right, Belichick, what you
got? As far as bust-proof running backs,
Belichick, how's Jordan doing?
Man, going crazy.
I'm just saying, but you need to get her in check, pal. Jesus.
But I say,
sorry,
I'm not too sold on Swift right now, just because of the situation. I think we're giving too much credence to an offense that we haven't seen implemented in that locker room and on the field yet. I think that a lot of coaching, because I see a lot of people speaking on how great it is to get these certain Bears players. No, like I just don't want anyone jumping the gun too soon and drafting high on Bears players when no one really seen what this is going to look like on the field. Now, it could be the Lions offense 2.0. It could.
I don't want to talk,
but it probably isn't. It probably.
Like, you ain't even been here. Like, why you got to hurt my feelings like that? Like, why
I'm
you
just not sold on Williams. I'm just not sold on Caleb. But
it's just not nice.
Me is James Conner.
You just got here. Why you got to bring up Bears?
Conner is as good as everybody.
Is he still in Arizona?
I'm not gonna say good. We've seen Conner play some ball. It's just injury wise, I can't depend on him. And then you're playing for the Cardinals. And right now, I just don't know the type of offense the Cardinals have. Because you have
the ability to take on top, right?
You got you have Murray, and I don't know if Murray is just. I hate to say this. I want to say is the size now mattering because we didn't care when he was at the time, but it's like now it's like okay, so you bowled your ass off, kudos. You made certain runs, but you're not making runs to win. And is it your size? Because it seems like everything else, you have the weapons around you, but it's just that whole scheme is a excuse my words, a cluster.
So
I just don't see how
automatically.
So I would take him off. And I'm about to get hated. I'm definitely about to get hated on this. I will DeAndre Swift up because say what you want. Say you all made valid points, but I do feel as though with DeAndre when they had that win streak, I know it wasn't a large win streak, but when they actually played, when they actually was balling, DeAndre was productive. I got him. Him hitting a little to catch off the flat, him running the ball. He'll still give you 100 yards rushing. He'll still give you 2 good catches, and he's going to give you a decent either a running touchdown or a passing touchdown or catching touchdown. So granted, they weren't winning games. Granted, to me he was still productive. They weren't winning games, but he was still giving you stats. He wasn't giving you Saquon Barkley stats, but he was still giving you stats, decent
But
stats.
here's the issue.
You're not allowed to call fucking Saquon by his name. Like he is just reverse hurdle at this point. Like you're not allowed to call him anything else. Saquon Barkley, his name is reverse hurdle.
To me, Saquon.
So, but if you're going to penalize James Conner for being injured, Swift is injury prone as well. So you can't.
He's not wrong.
He's injury prone as well.
In Detroit, yes, he was injury prone in Detroit.
No, it don't matter where you go. If you're injury prone, you injury prone.
Hear me out there, Bruce Wayne, before you get in your loud mouth stacked it. Calm down.
No, fucking McCaffrey was the same fucking way.
When he was in Philly.
McCaffrey was the same way in fucking college. He was injury prone in college. He made it to the pros, and guess what? He injury prone still.
No, because like I said, in Detroit, he was injury prone. He had games in Detroit.
I don't care where he goes. He can go to fucking Antarctica and play for that goddamn NFL team. He'll get hurt there too. Right? He can go to a fucking Rwanda village and play for that goddamn NFL team. Guess what? You're going to get hurt there too.
He didn't get hurt this season. Or last season he was with Philly.
Man, because that motherfucker didn't get to play that goddamn much. Anyway.
He did play. But anyway.
So Philly, they had the stable in Philly. So
it was run back by committee.
Yeah.
Right. If you're not on the field near as much, you're not going to get hurt. But again, it's the same thing with those running backs that it's no different than like Ezekiel Elliott. Saquon Barkley has had a good fucking run. He even got hurt during his fucking stint. Like you've got fucking running backs that they just run the fucking ground and they eventually become injury prone because there's nothing else you can do. Again, like running back, like that's one of the worst positions in the NFL or in football in general is fucking running back. You're getting hit every time you touch the ball. I don't care if you're going 30 yards down the field, 100 yards down the field, or 2. Like you're getting hit, and you're getting hit hard. A running back, what is it? Like, oh God, they had one just fucking retired. He retired fucking soon. It was a fucking running back. He retired before he got to the end of his fucking rookie contract because like you get your ass beat every goddamn day, regardless.
Right? Isn't that the requirement? Isn't that the actual requirement of being a running back in the NFL?
Yeah, but it's also the durability thing. Like you can only do it for so fucking long.
You're right, but my thing is this: we're looking at it being them being bust proof, which means besides injury, besides injury, when you're on the field, are you productive? DeAndre is productive when he plays. Now, the only reason I looked at James Conner is because of the actual team he's playing for. I'm not talking about his injury, but the team he plays for, they have no rhythm. One, it's like you don't know what that team is for. Is it a passing team? Is it a running team? Or is it a team that basically is there just to collect the paycheck?
Arizona's going to do whatever you allow them to do. That's coming from a Niners fan. I see the Cardinals at least twice every season. They're going to do what you allow them to do. Now, if you're going to let the angry toddler run around and dump off passes to the flats and everything, then that's what they're going to do. If you're going to let them turn around and hand the ball to James Conner 30 times, that's what they're going to do. If you're going to let them throw 10 targets to Harrison Jr., that's what they're going to do. They don't really have an identity, and that's what really sucks about playing against them. And even if you're a sports bettor, or even if you're not even a sports bettor, even as a fantasy player, I have drafted and or signed Connor numerous times over the years of playing fantasy. And you don't know when you can play that motherfucker at all.
And so that's why it's like when they say buzzproof, he's the one I would take off. And like I said, to be honest, I will move DeAndre Swift to cuss me out or not, but to number 2. Number 1, Alvin Kamara. I can't say he's not buzzproof.
Why isn't Jahmyr Gibbs on this list?
It's more injury. I'll say that. With Kamara, it is more injury. When he's productive, you're getting your stats. When he's hurt, it sucks because it's going to be some time before he's healthy. You're probably going to have 2 or 3 games you're not going to have without him in fantasy football season.
So I would argue Josh Jacobs is bust proof. If he's playing, now he starts slow. He's definitely starts slow. By about week 5, he's a problem. And he was definitely consistent towards the end. Now, that dud they laid in the playoffs, usually the season's done by then.
They might have said, season's over with. Playoffs,
season's done by then.
You do whatever you want. I got my trophy. I'm just sitting here watching you play.
Yeah. So, and he was frequently, especially in those lean months where Green Bay had little to no offense, he was money. He was money. So I would argue placing him there as far as being bust proof, but his issue still, he has those little nagging. He'll have a knee for 2 weeks, or he'll have an elbow for 2 weeks, and then he'll play through a hand injury. So then he might have a fumble or 2. Like, it's never a consistent 10 to 12 to 15 per week when you're dealing with Jacobs. It's like you kind of got to get what you can get from him.
All right. So right now we're going to leave it at that. Now, next thing we got is wide receivers to target and avoid. So here's the target.
Avoid any receiver on the Niners.
Huh?
Avoid any receiver on the Niners right now.
And that's coming from you. Okay, so who they have as targets are Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams. Players they send to avoid is Amon-Ra St. Brown and Garrett Wilson. Are you adding to the avoid? Or are you switching places? Are you switching anybody?
That's just because they're going to catch double on when they're on the field. They're going to catch double teams. Like that's all that is because when they're on the field, like fucking Amon-Ra St. Brown, like you're lucky the entire secondary isn't just on that motherfucker all at once.
He sees a lot of bracket coverage. For someone who doesn't take the top off the defense, he gets a lot of bracket coverage.
Right.
And you also have Williams balling out too.
Nah. Like, look, like, as going into fucking next year, Amon St. Brown and Garrett, like, who was the other one you said? Wilson, right?
That was to avoid Amon St. Brown and Garrett Wilson. Right. And Joey pretty much said the 49ers wide receiving core.
That's because they got no quarterback to throw to them. But with Amon St. Brown and fucking Garrett, like they're going to get you their fucking numbers. And Wilson will get you his numbers fucking anyway. Because again, he's got a more comfortable thing throwing to him this year. Like Fields knows where this dude wants and needs the ball to be at. Right?
So
like Wilson is going to put up numbers for you.
I have a question. And I don't really follow. So did they basically try to rekindle some Buckeye BS with the Jets as far as getting Justin Fields did with Garrett Wilson?
No,
I don't think they did it on purpose. I think it just kind of happened.
No, I think they needed a quarterback, period.
Right.
We lost on
Aaron Rodgers. Somebody fucking there, and Wilson was the one that fucking came in.
Who was the actual quarterback that they drafted, and he just overall sucked?
Daniel Jones? No, that was New York. Or no, that was the other New York.
Yeah.
But
So
no, I know who you're
I
talking
looked
about.
at it.
You don't know.
I looked
Yeah, they
at
just
Justin
needed
Fields
a
as
quarterback.
basically
Right.
one, he's experienced. Two, he's still young. And three, you've seen the potential and you've seen what he was able to do in Pittsburgh with weapons.
Well, like
And
he was able to do the same thing in fucking Chicago, but he had to run for his life the entire time he was in
He had
Chicago.
no line.
Right. Well, that I understand. I understand Chicago, but even in Pittsburgh, you got to see how he played with the line and with decent weapons. You had a running game in
He did
Najee
that, and then he got subbed out for a dude that did work.
So then I think with the Jets, it's kind of like again, okay, you have a wide receiver that you know because y'all played college together. Y'all probably still
because you're familiar with them,
right? And then on top of that, you got a nice running back.
Right.
And then you also have
the Bengals with Joe Burrow and fucking Jamar Chase. Like they only played 1 year together, but they had that 1 year to actually figure out. Like Joe Burrow knows where Jamar Chase wants the ball, needs the ball. Right. And the same thing with Fields and Garrett in New York. They're the exact same thing. Like Fields already knows where Garrett needs and wants the ball. Like he knows where he wants the ball, but he knows where the ball needs to be for him to fucking catch it. Right? That's all that is. Right? It is a rekindling of. I think like they ass backwards fell into that in fucking New York with the Jets. Like they fell ass backwards into the two of them getting together. Like I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but they're going to get a couple more wins just because those two remember, hey, we did this at Ohio State. Just keep fucking doing it. And they're just going to, like, okay, I'm going to throw that ball here. You're going to fucking catch it and just keep fucking running.
That I get, but also, like I said, I'm assuming that during the off season they all do workouts together, basically that's
fine. But again, it is a pre-existing. It is a comfortability thing. Like you can work with motherfuckers, that's fine. You're gonna be around people every day. That's great. But like if you don't have that, like they already had that established chemistry. Like coming in, like I know you, you know me. We're just gonna do this thing together. And it's no different than Jamar Chase and fuck because Jamar Chase was in the NFL for what 2 years before Burrow got to him, right? And once Burrow got to him, like Chase was already doing good, but like Chase did even better when fucking Burrow got to him.
Okay. Now
again, remote.
Right.
I done knock some shit off.
So we gonna go to you, Belichick. Okay. So from the targets and avoids, would you add anybody on here, or would you take somebody off, or would you switch anybody?
Wide receivers that I would add. Trying to go through the landscape really quick as far as the NFL. Honestly, the only person that I would probably add to that, as far as I feel like he's going to have a pretty solid year, is if McLaurin played, I expected McLaurin to really have like a really great season. I said avoid Niners. Honestly, I would probably say take Puka off because Puka, you benefited a lot from Cooper Kupp, and now you're the dog. You're the dog.
No, don't you ever take Puka Nakua off of anything. I just like saying his name. Puka Nakua is the greatest thing to ever fucking say in the world. Don't you ever take him off of any of his.
Well, I kind of agree with you a little bit on this because like I said, because you have Cooper Kupp, you had Cooper Kupp, you replaced Cooper Kupp with Devontae Adams. So
you're not going to not throw 17 the ball.
Yeah. You're going to give Devontae Adams the ball, but I do feel as though I'm not going to lie because I was going to say Puka Nacua because I was going to say avoid Puka Nacua because he's not going to get the touches he got like he did before because of Devontae Adams.
Because of the run game.
But I do feel as though he might get some long field catches from time to time. He's going to be that secondary. He might get, that's what I thought. Now, another place I'll probably avoid, to me personally, is Collins. And the reason I say Nico Collins is because one, he just got out of that injury, an ACL injury. That was a serious one. And I just don't know if he's confident in being that. Is it going to be the same Nico Collins we seen before then?
I don't worry so much about Nico Collins because even in college, his game wasn't predicated on him being fast. It was a lot of body placement, a lot of catching the football. It was a lot of, basically boxing players out and using because he's a bigger receiver. So using his catch radius and things like that to make plays. Now, does he have the speed to get away? Yes. Because, we've seen him break quite a few, he'll take a post and go for 6 if you missed the tackle. But for someone who wasn't really he's a 4-3 guy, and he wasn't Jameson Williams. So his game wasn't built on him being fast. Because he has, I can't even think of his teammate name, but the one that always breaks his damn leg. But his game's predicated on speed. So I feel like whatever the rest of Nico Collins's, whatever the receiver room is going to look like, and they show up that blocking, you just got rid of Tunsil. And now I'm curious as to how that's going to work as far as protecting CJ Stroud, who didn't have to get you the ball.
True. But yeah, that's the voice. Now, regression wise, hopefully Jay, I don't know where would JT over here come back. Regression wise, here's the list they have. Number 4, I see Saquon Barkley.
I can see that.
Number 4, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I can see that.
They got McLaurin. 2, James Cook. Number 1, Baker Mayfield. Now here's the surprise. I'm not surprised who's on this list. I'm surprised he isn't. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Of all people for regression, I think he would have been the number 1 spot. Because granted, he's been making the Super Bowls, but he hasn't been the Patrick Mahomes that would. I'm not gonna lie. When I first got Patrick for the first few years, he was averaging between 30, 40 a match. He was guaranteed he's giving you.
He was dotting.
Yeah,
he was dotting.
So it's like
he was lighting shit up. So yeah,
now it's like wait a minute, where is he at?
12 points.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I'm like, well, I don't see why he's not on the list. McLaurin and Cook, to me, I think it's based off their contracts. It's the contract holdout. I think with McLaurin, depending on how fast they get the actual contract out the way, because he has a relationship with Jaden Daniels, he's going to be up. We monster. Cook, I get what JT's saying about the actual, because Cook's been with Buffalo for a minute, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely I would agree with this with JT. Basically, with Cook, it's just wear and tear. It's like the more he runs, especially when you're in Buffalo and in the cold, that's more wear and tear. So if you have one good year, and you were playing those type of cities to where you're pretty much ground and pound running back, yeah, you're not gonna be the same quarterback as you was running back as you was last year.
So I dare to double back, and they said because you said they had McLaurin on the regression.
Yeah.
I think they're giving too much credit to Debo. I think Debo's getting way too much credit. And again, this is coming from someone who watched him for the better part of 6 seasons. It felt 6, 7 years. So he misses a lot of games. He's not a hands catcher, he's a body catcher. So a lot of the footballs get up on him. So that's where a lot of his drops come in at, because he's not a natural catcher of the football. He doesn't catch with his hands. A lot of his catches are like here, here, here. Like he's not catching and turning, or he's very rarely catching.
He doesn't have that rhythm. He doesn't have that. I get you.
That's why a lot of their passes, if you notice with the Niners, were always right off the line right now, quick screens to the flats, like stuff that where he can kind of get the football quick and then be a running back. Exactly. So I think Washington, I think that him signing or him being traded is unfairly now. Is he going to? I feel like Debo is going to benefit because you're not the number one there. You're the number two. So you left the situation because you thought, you realized that it was no longer your team. It's not even Ayuk's team, really. Like Niners don't really have a receiver.
It's McCaffrey's team.
Right. And they don't really have a receiver in charge. Like it's whoever's hot. So it's just and that's why I said I feel like Puka's gonna regress. That's why I said I feel like just because of age, like I want to see Mike Evans get that 1,000 again. Like I do. I really want, because I want to see the history. Yeah. I want to see the history. But it's like it's already impressive enough as is. If you look at that garbage list of quarterbacks he's had, and he's managed to get 1,000 yards every single time, it's like can't do nothing but applaud this man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the whole reason Tannehill got drafted, bro. Like, let's call it what it is. Like that was his quarterback in college. Like you got 2 quarterbacks drafted, bro. Like kudos to you. You got you one in Tampa. You and Tom are forever linked for that. And you had a good run, but they got to figure out what they got to do because they need him. I still feel like it's still going to be a regression thing because the other receivers can't stay on the field.
Well, they picked up that Ohio State kid. So that's going to be interesting. Again, JT, if you we need you back because we need that Buckeye.
You talking about Emeka?
Yeah. Well, that was my things for fantasy. So countdown to preseason. Next week we would officially have football again. It's a Hall of Fame game.
Don't matter.
It's what is it? Detroit and I forgot what they're playing.
The Chargers.
Detroit and the Chargers. So as a fan, you've had your championships. Dealing with fantasy, does preseason help with the scouting?
Yes and no. So what it does, it allows you to start kind of picking up on the sleepers, not necessarily sleepers, or it lets you see like, okay, what confidence this team has in a particular player. Yes, the wide receiver 1, the running back 1, the quarterback 1, the tight end 1. Those are the guys who get you the points, what get you the wins are the wide receiver 2s, the wide receiver 3s, those guys that you pick up in week 7 or week 8 because this guy got hurt. the guy that you pick up because now the offense is working in his favor. Think about the round, what was it, 2-3 years ago with Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
Like, you got him as a mid, or in some leagues as a late round pick, and he was the whole damn Seattle offense that year.
Or you just picked him up in free agency.
Right. So it helps you see what the teams are doing schematically. But in the greater sense of things, I feel like what works for me at least is the fact that I watch college football. So I don't really have to depend on preseason too much, because regardless of where you play football at, if you can play football, you can play football. So and a lot of the times it all depends on where this player ends up and where his situation lies. Because we'll harken all the way back to Michael Crabtree. Crabtree was a solid player. He was a solid fantasy contributor. Now, was he what he was pegged out to be as a 10th overall pick? No, hell no. But was he somebody that could get you consistent points between his stints with the Niners and the Raiders? Yes. He'll get you, because sometimes all you need is those 8 points.
Right.
All you need is those 4 catches. So, and that's just always been my strategy as far as building out, is I want to make sure that it's strength in numbers. Like, regardless of what lineup I put out there, yes, I want to have my guys that can just single-handedly get me over the line sometimes. But it's going to be, sometimes it's death by 1,000 cuts. I've won games where everybody contributed 12, 13, 14, like in the teens, and I won the game. So it's just making sure that you're getting contributions from everybody on your roster. And it's great to have, like I said, it's great to have those starting, the first or the second guy. But sometimes, the Kevontae Turpins pop up. Sometimes, the Jordan Masons pop up. Those guys that you weren't really expecting to do anything, and now they're getting their shot. And if you're in tune.
So when they question you, you just do this.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep fighting!
That's all you got? No.
Oh, man.
So JT had to get off because his phone was dying, so he didn't have enough juice to charge it. So hopefully, next week he'll be fully charged for the next show. So before we go, another same question: will you be watching the Hall of Fame game, or now? And this is what I don't know how to put this, but I do have a question. I think this is something that's going to happen. Do you think there will ever be a fantasy football Hall of Fame? And I mean players to where this player is basically one of those for years you can depend on, and I guess basically say, will there ever be to where you can actually say, yeah, I'm in a Hall of Fame and in Fantasy Football Hall of Fame?
I don't think nothing officially. I feel like it'll be something of notoriety like NFL.com might do, or one of these leagues that or like ESPN. I feel like it might be something quirky that they would do to basically recognize these guys, because you'll look at it in the grand scheme of things, like you said, you'll see a lot of those guys who are, for what it's worth, average to above average NFL players statistically. But when it came down to fantasy football, they had a high average per catch. They scored a lot of touchdowns. What's the kid that was just in Tennessee? I can't even remember where he went. But he had what 15 touchdowns last year, or 2 years ago, he had a whole bunch of damn touchdowns and had hardly no yards. But you knew if I had him in the game, or if I started him, or if I had him in my flex, I was guaranteed 6 points. And again, and sometimes, depending in the tight, close league, sometimes 6 points is all that matters.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Well, right now, that's it. That's all we had covered for today. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the show, like us, subscribe. Cuz, appreciate you being on the show. I'm definitely looking towards to playing your ass this year. Look, I don't know if I don't know if I might do a banner. You know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I might just copy you and do a banner next year if I win it. It might be a banner. I might do the banner and a ring.
I told you what I'm doing. If y'all let me win this league for a 5th time, I'm getting a gold jacket and I'm done with that league.
So again, you've already set up your own fantasy football hall of fame.
I'm getting a gold jacket because at this point I got a ring, I have a trophy, I have a belt, I have a banner. I just need a coat, and that's it.
Well, hopefully it'll be look. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be nice for you to take a picture and show us with the banner up, you holding the belt, got your pick and ring up, showing your trophy. It'd be nice to have that so we can put that on the show.
Oh, I'll work on it. I'll get that to you shortly.
Again, that's the show for today. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching with us. Again, don't forget to like us. Don't forget to subscribe, like us, do whatever you can to keep me relevant here. Again, I was going to still let JT know we still had the actual matchup. So what me and JT are doing this year, we are doing a one-on-one fantasy matchup for the season. So whoever loses, which means whoever has the losing record, we're getting the actual singlet, the wrestling singlet from Fantasy Jocks.
Oh,
Now, if I lose, I have to wear it and run a 40-yard dash.
the one that say loser?
Yeah. If JT loses, he's pretty much said he's wearing it on one of his bowling nights. So he's going to be bowling in it the whole time.
In the singlet?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
So again, so every week we'll bring that up. Hopefully, it gets the crowd, into it. I've already heard people say they want to know the day that if JT loses, they want to see him bowling in that. So Sawmill Lanes might be crowded that day, the day if he loses.
Oh.
I told Grandma about it already. Grandma cracked her laugh like, so we gonna see the picture of you in it.
Ah, damn. No faith in you.
Well, cuz I appreciate you being on the show. Again, good luck for fantasy this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Again, hopefully I might try to do something to where if you do get dead, yes, we will cover the jacket, and we might have a little surprise for you for that fantasy show as well from us.
Appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good weekend. 2 words. Peace out.